Today we learn the art of subtle power. There's a certain kind of man who doesn't need to raise his voice to command attention. He walks into a room, and people sense him before they see him. Calm, collected, calculated. That's Neal Caffrey, the con artist who mastered not deception but perception. Every move he made was psychological warfare wrapped in charm. This isn't about breaking laws. It's about learning the psychology of influence, the same silent power that makes people listen, trust, and follow you, even when they shouldn't. Today, we unlock 10 dark psychology hacks inspired by Neal Caffrey and how you can use them in your real life to project confidence, persuasion, and quiet control. Hack number 1. Control the first frame, the entrance effect. Neal never walked into a room, he entered it with intent. Within the first 3 seconds, people decide your intelligence, trustworthiness, and confidence. He used posture, pace, and presence like weapons. Shoulders relaxed, movements deliberate, eyes steady. A lesson: you don't need to dominate the room, just own your frame. He who controls the frame controls the game. When you enter, breathe deeply, slow down, let people's energy adjust to yours. That subtle delay tells them you operate at a higher frequency. Hack number 2. Master the power of ambiguity. Caffrey was never fully known. He told the truth selectively. He revealed enough to be interesting, but never enough to be predictable. This psychological hack works because mystery creates mental tension. People fill in the blanks with whatever image they want to believe about you. Next time someone asks too much, smile slightly and say, "You'll find out." It's disarming. It makes them chase your story instead of controlling it. Hack number 3. Speak with precision. Every word is currency. Neal didn't talk to impress, he talked to influence. He knew silence was part of the sentence. Slow speech equals authority. Measured tone equals control. When you speak, cut filler words. Replace and I think with stillness. When you pause, people lean in. Remember, power doesn't shout. T whispers, and the world listens. Hack number 4. Dress like you mean business without saying a word. Caffrey understood image as psychology. He used suits not for vanity, but strategy. In behavioral psychology, people attribute competence and authority to those who look put together. You don't need expensive clothes. You need intelligence. Crisp collar, neutral tones, shoes clean, watch precise. You're not dressing up, you're setting the tone of how others treat you. Hack number 5. Mirror and amplify. Here's one of the most powerful subconscious tools in psychology: mirroring. Neal would subtly mimic body language, tone, or phrasing to create instant rapport. If someone crosses their arms, wait 10 seconds and cross yours casually. If they lean in, you lean slightly forward. It signals alignment, safety, and similarity, all without words. People trust reflections of themselves. Hack number 6. Always leave them wanting more. In persuasion, the most dangerous thing you can do is overexpose yourself. Caffrey never lingered too long. He left before curiosity turned to comfort. That's because influence fades with availability. Mystery multiplies it. The next time you finish a conversation, end it with confidence, not apology. Don't overstay to be liked. Withdraw slightly, and you'll be remembered instead. Before we move on, if you're fascinated by how charisma, influence, and psychology intertwine, subscribe right now and join this community of deep thinkers who study mental power like an art form. Each week we dive deeper into the mind, persuasion, control, and the science of presence. Hit subscribe and unlock your next level of perception. And, if you want to command perception and master the unseen rules of influence, check the pinned comment for my top resource, The Complete Guide to Dark Psychology, 13-1. Hack number 7. Study human weaknesses without judging them. Neal Caffrey wasn't just charming, he was observant. He studied people's insecurities, not to mock them, but to maneuver around them. Everyone wants to be seen, respected, or admired. If you learn which they crave most, you can guide them effortlessly. Psychology isn't about control, it's about understanding leverage points in human behavior. Hack number 8. Emotional detachment is power. Caffrey's greatest advantage wasn't his smile, it was his composure. He never reacted impulsively. In chaos, he observed. In emotional psychology, control of reaction equals control of narrative. Train yourself to pause before responding. Ask, what outcome do I want, before you move a single muscle. That's not coldness, it's mastery. Hack number 9. The power of strategic vulnerability. Even the sharpest mind disarms people by revealing something real. Neal used vulnerability as camouflage. He'd share a small truth, a story, a scar, a flaw, and suddenly people lowered their guard. Strategic vulnerability humanizes you. It's not weakness, it's a tool of connection. The key: reveal selectively, and only when it strengthens your position. Hack number 10. Redefine the game. Don't compete. Control context. Neal never played by other people's rules. He didn't outplay opponents. He redefined what the game was. That's psychological power. Most people fight for control inside the frame, but true mastery comes from changing the frame itself. If someone challenges you, don't defend yourself. Reframe the question. If someone attacks your character, shift the conversation to your values. He who controls the context wins the conflict. Conclusion: become the architect of perception. Neal Caffrey's genius wasn't crime, it was composure. He showed us that influence isn't about manipulation, but mastery of self, of image, of timing. Be deliberate, be calm, speak less, observe more, and let your silence carry weight. You don't need to con the world, just understand it better than most do. That's the real art of power. That's the Caffrey Code.